What up? What up?
What up, man?
Episode 75.
75, man.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Carbon Footprint Podcast. He is Juan and I'm Sean. And every week we get together, have a few drinks, talk about things going on in the world, try to focus on things making an impact, whether they be good, bad, or otherwise. And today, get your pen and paper out, take down a recipe, and get on the Instagram, get on the TikTok, hit them with it.
Yo, we got bro, Sean made this on fight night. Dude, I was loving this joint. Sean came through with two different drinks, both fire. This one might have been my favorite of the bunch. It's a bourbon smash, right? So we're doing, 3/4 ounce of maple syrup.
It's either that or an ounce, something like that.
One of those, mess around a bit with the maple syrup.
We'll put the recipe on IG, man.
We do about 2 ounces of the bourbon. We did a little bit of Woodford and Widow Jane right now, so we're doing some Widow Jane. It was that. It was muddled. We got to muddle some limes and mint.
Yep.
And then you shake all that up, and then you top it off with club soda.
That's
it.
it.
Did I miss one?
Nope, that's it.
It's good. It's pretty simple. It's refreshing as hell.
And for you bourbon drinkers out there, I apologize for the Widow Jane. We were using the Woodford. We ran out of that. So
you don't have to use the Widow Jane. And for you
the Woodford has come through. It's great straight, and it's also great in these drinks. So if that's definitely recommended if you want to get that one. It's a little bit cheaper. But still a great bourbon for either one, especially for this drink. It's fire.
Perfect, yeah. And we didn't want to disrespect the Widow Jane, so we're gonna do it with a little bit of ice solo here in a minute.
Yeah, I'm already on that.
Sean already got on it. I'm falling behind. I'm catching up. I'm trying not to overdo it, bro. Saturday killed me. But dude, your boy woke up rough on Sunday.
Dude, you was falling asleep on me,
bro.
Man.
I was falling asleep in the last round of the fights, bro. I was hurting, man. It was in between you doing this. I had a couple of like basic just ginger ale and bourbon. It was not a great idea.
Yeah, bro. Shit wasn't basic.
No. No. Dude,
it was a good week though, man. My niece got married this week. Okay. Shout out to Nia and B. I don't think they listen to the show, but if they do, shout out to y'all. But man, you know, like all weddings and funerals, right? You get to see people that you haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
So I got to hang out with obviously some family that's in town, but also some friends that I had not seen in many years, man. Good friends of mine from Pennsylvania. They came down, hung out with them, obviously during the reception and stuff, and then the next, I think 2 days later, hooked up again before they left. So got to spend some good time with them, man. I've not seen them in a few years. So and then we hooked up for the fight on the weekend, man. So it was a good week for me, bro.
It was a dope week. You did the wedding like on a Wednesday, right?
It was on a Wednesday. On a random Wednesday. Let me tell you, I was mad before going over there. 'Cause I'm just like, man, who does a wedding on a Wednesday at 3:00? You know, but it turned out to be really good. Nice venue on the beach in Melbourne.
Nice.
So and then everybody showed up and it was just a really good time. Good to see the family, friends, man. So
it was dope, dude. I did the same thing over the summer, man. It was like a random Wednesday, and it was on the beach in Miami. And I wanted to, like, you know, initially you're like, Wednesday, it was fire because first off, the beach wasn't packed.
At all.
Yeah, at all. Like Miami wasn't packed yet at all, and so we were just dipping out as it was getting crazy. I actually kind of like it. I'm like, all right, I dig this middle of the week wedding thing, man. I'm like, all right, I'm signed up. So listen, man, y'all invite me to your wedding, make that shit a Wednesday or Thursday.
But if I show up grumpy, you know why.
Yeah, we weren't feeling that first, but we'll get there.
All right, man. Yo, my carbon footprint of the week is going out to no one in particular, but an event. This past week, there was an event, a concert by Travis Scott, where 8 people were killed. This is the concert the event had about 50,000 people. If you're not living under the rock, I'm sure you heard about this in the news. It's been all over. 50,000 folks at the event, 17 people taken to the hospital. 11 of them were in cardiac arrest. An additional 300 people were treated at a field hospital. And one of the things about Travis Scott, where they were saying that while some of the folks were getting treated by the first responders, that he was still going on with his concert. So of course he took some heat for that. But apparently it's not the first time that people have been treated at his concerts. Not like death related stuff, right? But I guess other injuries, or maybe folks passing out or whatever. So it didn't seem like it was an out of the ordinary thing to happen at his concerts. But man, what they said was, as the clock ticked down for him to come out, there was like a surge, like the crowd surged towards the stage. And it got me thinking, man, you and I went to a concert, and it was Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Right? And he was, Marilyn Manson was, actually it was a lot of, it was a rock concert.
Festival, yeah. It was like a metal festival.
Yep.
Yeah.
Metal festival. Marilyn Manson was like the headliner. And I remember when he was coming on, the crowd did that shit. Mm-hmm. And I remember going like, whoa, man, like we're getting, basically. Yeah, like we're getting pushed.
Yep.
So I can imagine, and you know, I think Travis Scott's concerts, you know, he gets hype, and I'm sure the crowd gets hype, and that kind of shit happened. And unfortunately, man, and it was like, it wasn't just, you know, there was like a 9-year-old in there, man, that was killed, and teenagers, you know, 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, you know, so it did not discriminate. And I guess these folks just got like crushed, and somebody had described it as like very violent. Like not only do the crushed, like people like almost like fishing their arms over, so you're getting like elbows in your head and what have you. So it brought me back to when you and I went to that concert, and we were able to avoid any anything like that. And I don't think we even saw anybody get injured.
No, not that I can recall.
But man, I go, you know, obviously I think Travis Scott, Live Nation was part of this as well, and Score More was the ones that are the organizers of the event. That they were all getting sued, and you go, who's responsible for the stupid humans?
Yeah, how do you don't run, guys? Like, or try
it's not even
to
like
run
that.
Each other over,
right?
Or,
Like,
hey,
don't trample
each other.
Yeah,
to
like
death?
yo, stay in your seat. Are there seats? Are they on the floor? Again, like I think the concert that we were at, there's the floor space.
Yeah,
and so you imagine that in this concert, I just imagine. I don't know. I wasn't there, right? So people are coming from the seated area to the floor, and everybody's just trying to get as close to the stage as possible. And it's just baffling to me, man, that like entertainers and sort of famous people, like, what do they do to humans, right? That makes us do this dumb shit. Like, why do you have to get so close? Like, you're there, you buy a seat at the concert, so fucking stay in your seat.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're on the floor, like, I get it, but the floor only has so much room. So you would imagine that if you're there, and if it's just the folks that are supposed to be on the floor, you're able to maybe get out of the way or what have you. Again, there was scenes of people getting up on where like the camera crew was.
Oh yeah, that's
and
what a lot of
yelling at the camera crew like, "Yo, look!
Like stop the show!
Like stop the show!"
Yeah,
and
he didn't know.
No. He didn't.
He
know.
said he went to like an after party, and then they told him there because people were giving him shit for going to like a Dave and Buster's or something.
Okay.
And they were like, yeah, he had no idea. I guess him and Drake, because I guess Drake had just
did
come out to
some kind of appearance,
with
right?
Him, yeah. Yep. And then I guess they went to a show, and then they told him like, yo, there's people. You know, but like to them it's normal. Like you said, like shit happens like that at shows all the time.
People pass out and right.
Yeah. So I think they were going about their normal business. I don't think he realized it was as bad as it was. And then he, I guess they told him at the day, and then he dipped out. He's like, all right, I can't be here or whatever. Like,
right.
Yeah, dude, you gotta feel really shitty as an artist. Like,
oh, absolutely.
That shit happens at your show, man. Like you said, to kids and like, yeah, people getting trampled or like they're saying literally some people were being pushed so far up against the fence that they suffocated to death just like from standing. Like, but they were.
You just can't breathe.
You can't breathe. That's so wild to me, bro. Like nobody goes like, yo, I'm pushed up on this dude here. Like, back the fuck up. I guess it's just so many people.
You can't, bro. It's too many people, bro. Yeah. Like if you're yelling at the guy in front of you that's pressed up against you and he can't move because there's 100 people behind him pushing. Like, dude.
And then they're gonna win the lawsuit because that's just the America we live in. So then now you ruin like those experiences for other people. Because then how do you solve that? Then you go no more standing room. Is it just seating only
Just
at
seating?
festivals? And it's assigned seating and nobody moves, and then you know what I mean? Like it's like
And how do you do that?
Yeah.
Because you can't. And a lot of these venues, you know, they have the floor space.
Yeah.
So do you not sell the floor space?
Yeah, that's what it's gonna come to, man. Because we can't, dude. It's funny. That's what it'll come to here, and the rest of the world will keep it the same energy that they've always had. But like, they're gonna win that lawsuit here, and then Live Nation will have no choice but to be like, all right, man. Every venue we do, make sure you rope this off, or it's ticketed maybe for that standing, and you limit it, the capacity or whatever. Like, they're gonna win the lawsuit, man. There's just no way. They'll settle or whatever.
They'll settle, yeah.
And then they'll have to change the procedures because they'll be like, all right, we got to change it because we don't want to get sued again. And then the artists aren't going to want the responsibility of making that headline. So, but like you said, all because we're fucking stupid. And then we go. Dude, Travis Scott has built this like following for himself.
Oh my God,
man,
bro. Yeah.
Like, you got to give that guy credit, man. Of
Absolutely.
like, I mean, the album slap, but you go, he's surpassed his talent.
Right.
If that with the hype, you know what I mean? Like, he's good. It doesn't match. He's not talented enough from a rapper's perspective, I guess, to get the hype he does. But he puts on a good show.
Well, like you don't look at this guy and go, he's an all time.
Not at all, bro. But it's like the full package, like the
entertainer.
the whole
as
Astroworld. There you go. That's the perfect word. As an entertainer, he's packaged himself so well. You go, gotta give this kid credit, man. Like,
and then he's on like my boys still play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Right. Like they had like a whole like an event.
Yeah.
Like a Fortnite event.
He was
for
one of the
him.
first ones to do that. Yeah. Where he did the collab where it was him like doing a concert.
Yes.
Inside of
the Fortnite.
Yeah.
While you're shooting each other.
It's fucking genius, bro.
There's like a giant freaking Travis Scott in there while you're shooting each other.
While you're shooting each other. Yeah, you're killing each other, and then and all you hear is like a light, hey. And you're like, all right, bet. Like, bro, is it the Jenner effect, the Kardashian effect? Like that? Did he take that marketing machine that built them?
He wasn't with her then.
Nah, he is now. He's been with this girl for years now, bro. And
Yeah?
I don't think he was as big. Like, he was big. He wasn't big like he is now. But I'm wondering if he either picked up a thing or two, or they told him like, "Yo, you want to get big? Here's the little things you got to do." Like, you think about, he did the collab with McDonald's. He does a collab with Nike. He does a collab with.
I forgot about the McDonald's thing.
Yeah, like
right.
he's like I said, his marketing prowess has surpassed the talent. You just like. And that's not. I'm not trying to be hater. It's just literally
No.
you
The
gotta
guy,
give him credit.
he's good.
For it. Yeah, he's good. It's just you go. He is so big, and like you said, like there's not a Travis Scott bar where I'm going like, oh man, this song, whatever, or like his rapping isn't what makes him him. It's the entertainer, like you said. It's crazy, man. I like that. The kid's done super well, man. I'd watch him. Like, if he was here and it was like a music festival like that, I would probably be like, nah, it's something I want to see. Because it's such a spectacle at this point. I mean, I'd prefer not to get trampled, but that's what I got to
do. I will not be by the stage. Speaking of that, man, so that brings a good point, right? So are you allowing your kids to go, right? So, like, I have teenage boys, and I could totally see them going like, oh, Travis Scott's going to be here. I want to go. And I would never want to tell them no for something like that. But now I'm going, okay, so do I have to go? Like, I guess I need to go with them.
Do I need to go with them? Yeah, I would say, yeah, I'm like you. I couldn't say no because, to that point, I think then everything would have to scare you, right? The mass shootings,
True.
Whatever. Like, so where do you draw the line? Because I remember when I saw 8 dead, I just assumed somebody shot it up. Like, I saw the headline, like, 8 dead at Travis Scott Festival, and I went, damn, somebody shot that shit up again. Next. Swipe right.
What would you think if it was like, I don't know, like a country concert?
If somebody shot it up?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Same thing?
Yep. Because
that's good, man.
That's the word.
Kept the same energy.
I kept the same energy, bro. It didn't matter. It was, bro. Black people don't
sometimes
do mass shootings, bro.
Right. You just go like,
black folks don't mass shoot. I would have just thought some white guy broke into there to mass shoot a bunch of black people. I think because of like the world we live in now, my mind immediately goes to mass shooting. Whenever I see like a headline that's like 14 dead, I'm like, it depends on the part of the world that it's in, right?
You'd be like, oh, somebody got a bow and arrow.
Yep. Yeah. Is it Norway? Is it Norway? I got like Robin Hood's on the loose in Norway. On the Hawkeyes on the fucking like if it's like somewhere in like Eastern Europe like Middle East, I go, all right, what bomb set off? But if it's in like the US, I immediately go, what white boy with an AR-15 lost his shit that day? Like that's just where it goes, man. Like so that's immediately where it went, and for days I think that's what I thought it was.
Really?
And then it wasn't until somebody was like crowd surge or some shit, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
and I
man.
clicked it and I went, it might have been like yesterday where I was finally like, oh shit, like it was like people getting trampled. Like,
yeah.
oh, okay.
And I'm telling you, man, that concert we went to, I remember when he was about to come on stage, I remember that, and it wasn't nothing like what happened here, but I remember feeling that surge from the back and everybody kind of pushing towards the stage and thinking like, yo, motherfucker, I can't move anymore.
Like, where am I supposed to go? You're so right, though, dude. That was the same one where I remember I had never seen a mosh pit at a metal. And I just assumed we were just bouncing around, like hitting each other, like, you know, bouncing into each other, you know, kind of thing. Yo, there was people legitimately fucking each other up. Like, like fists.
They grabbing balls and everything.
Balls.
Man.
Yeah, bro, there was people kicking each other. And I was like, I'm done, bro.
I'm out, bro.
I just wanted to have a good time. I'm not trying to Rochambeau. That shit is not fun to me. I'm like, nope. It's like, I'm out, bro. Yeah, I don't know. My kids, I guess I would just have to go. I couldn't say no, man, because I could find a million other things that you go, this is a one-off, right? It's not like this happens at every show or every concert, every whatever. But then you would go, all right, it's a concern, but I don't know, man. I'm of this thing where like I don't want to live my life in fear either. So it's like I get in a car every day, right? There's a really good chance I'm not making it out of that car compared to every other scenario in life, and I don't know. Yeah,
actually, the next Travis Scott concert is gonna be the safest one.
Yep. Yeah. That's the one you want to go to.
That's the one.
Yeah, it's definitely the one you want to go to because the next one is gonna be like, yeah. So if next time he comes to Orlando, we going to Travis Scott. Next tour, we there, bro. Dude.
Hey, what you got, man?
Bro, you want to talk about dads? My carbon footprint, bro, is homie named John Eisenman. Have you heard about this guy, bro? In Spokane, dude.
Where's Spokane?
Spokane, Washington.
Okay.
So
Washington State. Yep.
So he killed his daughter's boyfriend. Okay. So he beat the shit out of dude with bricks. He stabbed him a shit ton of times.
With bricks?
With a cement block, bro. I shouldn't even say bricks. With a block. That's like a cinder block. So he kidnapped this kid, but I think he knocked him with a cinder block to kidnap him. And then stabbed him a gajillion times and then dumped his body in the back of a car and abandoned the car. Fucking brutal murder, bro. Brutal. But then you go into it. So this guy, bro, he discovered that the guy had sold his daughter. So the boyfriend sold the girlfriend, the guy's daughter, into a sex trafficking ring.
Get the fuck
like
out
the year
of here,
before.
Bro. That's like some Taken shit,
dude. It's that shit reminded me of Taken, or like you remember the movie with Gerard Butler, bro, the Law-Abiding Citizen.
Yes.
Where they murder his like wife and his kids, and he loses shit. He's like, all right, I'm taking the shit into my own hands. This guy pretty much did that. He goes like, yo, the cops had all the info, the shit. Nobody did anything. So he rescued his daughter from the ring.
Oh, he did?
Bro, he rescues his daughter. So he has his daughter.
Oh,
so his daughter's safe home. Yeah. A month later, he kills the boyfriend. So he finds out the boyfriend was the one who sold her into it. Fucking tracks his dude down, shanks him up. So now this guy's gonna face, I mean, he just got charged and caught. That trial's gonna be wild, bro, because if anyone can go, his name is John Eisenman, and he's 60 years old, and his daughter was 19, bro. Wow. Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, that is the exact response that any dad, I think, would have for their kid. Like,
dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm like speechless, bro.
Bro, like if you found that out about one of your boys, bro.
Yeah, no.
You're getting the smoke. It doesn't
even matter, bro.
It doesn't matter, bro. You're getting the smoke.
I'm not thinking about jail time. Nope. I don't think about anything.
Nah, bro. I'm plucking out your fingernails one by one. I want you alive. I'm gonna torture you, bro.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I looked at that shit and I went, nah, bro. You're getting fucked up. Like, there's bro, I just read that and I went, dude, I wonder what jury convicts this guy of like a first-degree murder and not like a crime of passion, and hopefully he only does his like
insanity, bro.
Yep, I lost my shit. That was my daughter. Dude, I actually think there should be. You know what, bro?
Dude, are you the dad that goes, nah, I wasn't insane. I planned that shit.
Yeah. Like, yeah, maybe.
But no, maybe
you
you probably don't.
Give me the time, bro.
You probably just go, nah, all right.
Yeah.
I'll take the insanity
I'll
plea.
take the insanity plea. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You go, I'm gonna plead guilty. Yeah, I killed him. I was insane. I lost my shit. My daughter's an emotional time. Like, you would think that's an hopefully easy thing to get out of. I also go, bro, you did me. If I'm the cops and the state, you did me a favor. You tracked down some piece of shit. You killed him. I didn't have to spend taxpayer dollars. I didn't have to do any of this shit. Like, and no one's gonna be mad that you let this guy out on murder.
True, but if you're the jury, right, and you go, he waited like 30 days.
Yeah. He plotted. He had the plan.
Right. He planned it.
He had to meticulously plan that and do that. It makes sense, bro.
But man, I mean, like you said, you can't blame him.
I'm arrogant enough to think that I could pull that shit off. Like, I don't even know that I would want to not get caught. You know what I mean?
I don't think you would care.
I wouldn't care, bro.
Yeah, you wouldn't care.
I'm like, nah, I played a long game. I'll wait 30 days because I'm gonna get you. Like, I'm not fucking this up. So I'm gonna get you. And yeah, I don't care. I'm not thinking of jail time. I'm not thinking of, I go, look, my daughter's safe and yo ass is gone. Like,
yeah, right.
Bro, I read that shit and I was like you.
I'm
when
2
I
for
first
2.
read it, I was, Bro, that shit, man. I was
oh my
flabbergasted,
God, bro.
I had your reaction. I'm reading the story and I'm like, wow, man. I went right move. And like, take the emotion out of it for a second, right? Going back to your point, if you're a jury, right, and you know, as a jury, you're given instructions and you have to make a decision based on like the facts of the case, right?
Right.
Like, did he plan this? Did he do this? Did he do that? Like, dude, as you're still a human being, right? If you're a parent, on the jury panel, bro, I'm like, not guilty.
Yep.
Bro, I'm not guilty.
By reason of insanity.
Yeah, reason of insanity. But nah,
Yep.
I don't think he had his wits just fucking.
He needed to get on some Zoloft for about 6 months.
Yep. Yeah.
House arrest.
Yeah. Am I worried that this guy's a threat to society? And it's not like he killed like fucking, you know, somebody worthwhile. Like, nah, he did us a favor, bro. Because who knows if this guy's gonna continuously do this too, right? Like, if he sold your daughter to sex trafficking, chances are
he's done it to others.
He's done it to others, and he will continue to do so. And,
dude, yeah. the U.S. is, and I'm gonna get these numbers wrong, or I won't even say numbers, but the U.S. is one of like the highest places for like people being sold into sex slavery.
Human drive, yeah.
Right?
There's a whole, I think like Ashton Kutcher's like a really big supporter and has a whole organization around it because it doesn't get enough attention here.
Right.
But yeah, I think the U.S. is one of the, if not the biggest, human trafficking, like I guess, country in terms of violations or whatever. Like, that's nuts to me, man. Bro. So you think about all those people that go missing that we never find, or people that don't, bro. Think about all the people who no one's looking for, and those are easy targets, right? Like, maybe they don't have parents or they're, you know, homeless or whatever. Like, who gets sold into that kind of stuff, man? Like, dude, shit's fucked up. But bro,
like, man,
this guy's getting the smoke, bro. I'm telling you, right now. I was like, I was mad that he hit him with a cinder block. I go, nah, I want you awake, motherfucker. I'm like, bro, I was like,
yeah, dude, no, I mean,
I want you awake,
the things that are going through my mind right now, I will not say out loud. But if you're a parent of a child and you think that your daughter in this case got sold into human trafficking, and then you get to save her, and then you get to confront the person that did it on your terms.
Yeah, this dude figured it all out on some Liam Wilson shit, bro. Bro, I'm feeding you your dick.
Good for you.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, bro. You can record that, play it back on my trial, bro. When they're like, Your Honor, his scrotum was halfway down his throat. we never did find the shaft. I'm like, it's in his stomach, motherfucker. I made him swallow it. I'm telling you right now, bro. You can play that shit back. I don't care. Like,
oh my gosh.
Oh, bro. I read that shit, bro. I wanted to throw up in my mouth, man. I'm like, bro. That guy's a piece of shit, man. I'm like, oof.
Yeah, man, good. I mean, hey, you know what? You do that, you do shit like that, man, and you get what you deserve. This guy, don't blame him. I'm not gonna judge. I don't know what he should get. Should he get anything? I'll let the judge and jury handle that.
I'm gonna go get a shirt made says "Free John Eisman."
But you're supposed to be tried by a jury of your peers, so then they should all be parents of daughters. It should all be fathers of daughters.
Yep.
On his trial.
Yep. And that shit's part of jury selection, so the fucking defense attorneys aren't or the prosecutors are gonna purposely pick non-parents and that. I really hope that this guy has a good defense attorney who goes, nah, to your point. Nope, it's got to be parents. It's got to be a jury of your peers.
Jury of your peers.
Peers, yep. And if your peer will be another parent. So I'm like, I can't imagine anyone convicting this guy of first-degree murder. Right? It just can't. I can't even imagine a judge wanting to go through with that, or even a prosecution. Like, how do you look at this guy and go, bro, I'm going to put you in jail for life? Which, again, bro, if I'm him, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm willing to do that, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that guy cares.
He doesn't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, my daughter's out. She's good. I did my job.
Yeah.
Like you're there to protect your kids. I did that. Like, cool. Like, he probably, the one downside to him is probably like he's going to miss, I guess,
He'll
watching
miss
his daughter grow up,
of
or
her
you know
life.
what? Yeah, her
Right.
life. But you're like, nah, you know what? But I know she's good. Like, she's not in some sex traffic. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, and I think as a parent, you think that too, right? Where you go, you get to a point in your life where you say like, you know what? Like, I'm good. Like I have my legacy. Like, my legacy and my kids, and they're fine, and they're off and running, and like, if something happens to me, it's tragic, but I've done my job.
Yeah.
And I think this dude at 60 years old, and she's going to adulthood, obviously wants to be there for her life, but he goes, nah, this is probably a little bit more important. Like, I just save her life, and then I'm gonna get rid of the piece of shit that try to take it from her.
Dude, even you see those stories all the time of like obviously like when people are raped or whatever. I go, if I found that out and I knew who it was, my daughter, you're getting the smoke, bro.
Yeah.
Like and I'm not gonna be gentle, bro. It's not gonna be a quick death. Like, I'm telling you right now, bro. Like, I just, that shit to me is like the fucking, the sex crimes to me in general, bro, are like you're scum. Like, the fucking soak of the earth. Like, just to me, I'm like, I don't know why we have empathy for any of those people. Like, you should get an automatic pass if you murder, to me, like a rapist or a fucking like a sex trafficker, bro. That should be like, yo, thanks, bro. As a matter of fact, you're gonna get like some kind of check. Or
I'm gonna get you a
that.
promotion.
Yeah, you get promoted.
Reparations.
Yeah, for real, bro. I don't know. I'll be like, yo, we're doing y'all a favor. Fucking A, man.
Dude, man, I'm gonna tell you something. Something that got me hyped up this week. Nothing like that, but shit. Watching my Bears last night. So today's Tuesday. Monday night, the Bears play the Steelers. My boy Cassius Marsh he's a linebacker for the Bears. It's like third down. It's like 4 minutes left in the game, and this guy sacks Ben Roethlisberger, and then he's hyped as shit, right? He does like this flying like back kick to nobody, or like a roundhouse kick, and then proceeds to go towards the Steelers bench, not running, just kind of like takes a couple of steps forward. The punting team is coming out at the same time, so he's kind of like staring them down. And then he turns around and starts to trot back to his sideline. The referee that was in that's in the area looks at him trotting back towards the ref, which is on the way to the sideline, and then basically like hip checks him. The referee hip checks the player on purpose, and as soon as he does, he looks back at the player, because the player just keeps going. And he throws the flag. And he throws the flag for taunting. And afterwards, so fast forward in the game, it gave the Steelers the first down, allowed them to kick a field goal, and that was the difference in the game. Okay? Listen, Bears ain't going nowhere this year. I ain't mad about that. Whatever. But I thought about this shit, man, and I go, these players, the whole taunting thing is it's at the discretion of the referees. There's not like a rule that says don't look at their bench, or don't look at the opposing players the wrong way, or don't look at the crowd, or whatever. It's almost like this, it's at the discretion of the referee. And so he said it, and I quote, he was like, I'm sorry, I don't quote, I paraphrase. He basically said, the guy was running towards the Steelers sideline in, what the hell was it? In like, and I have it written down here. Saw the player running towards the bench of the Pittsburgh Steelers in a posture, and posture in a way that I felt was taunting them. So the guy's name is Tony Correnti.
Is he gonna get fired?
dude.
For the hip check.
I think the guy's name is Tony Corleone. This dude probably had somebody in his ear that he had to cover a spread or something, man. You know, the name like that. You know, it's probably like an Italian mob hooked up to this dude, man. I was just like, yeah, and I don't know. There's been nothing yet from the NFL. But I started thinking about. Now, I never played professional sports. I played sports in high school, and not even that much. But I know that when you're in like a sport and a physically demanding sport, a contact sport, because you see it all the time, these guys are like, you know, first of all, they're putting their bodies at risk. They're playing their hearts out. Every play in football could be a season-ending play. Could be you can't walk tomorrow.
Dude, it could be a life-changing.
It could be a life-changing play, right? So these dudes are out there going full speed, and so how do you take the emotion out of that, and then to give the power to the referees to say, well, if you think it's taunting, then do it. Right?
I hate the rule, man.
Bro, I hate the rule. And then you get guys like Aaron Rodgers, who we're going to get into here in a second.
Yeah.
Who, when he played Chicago a few weeks ago, this dude scores a touchdown and runs towards the crowd and is like, and tells the crowd, I own you.
Which is so fun.
It is. And I go.
But it's inconsistent because he didn't get flagged.
He get nothing.
Right. But and I love that about sports.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think you could probably call taunting on every play.
Yeah.
Right? Dudes get up from a big hit and they're hyped. Whatever, if they look at another player or look at the bench or whatever, dude, I just think it is the worst fucking rule. And like, how do you put that into the referees' hands when they have no emotional stake in the game?
Dude, and I think as long as you don't, if you want to go, hey, maybe you want to make a rule about language, or you're not allowed to go point at somebody or physically touch them, obviously, but to like, I can't celebrate and I can't like mock you, or like you said, bro, I worked hard for this shit. Like, right. I should be able to. I also, dude, the biggest problem I have with this whole thing too is that a league that profits off of emotion doesn't allow emotion people on the field to show emotion. Because you think about it, bro, all sports is for fans, it's emotion, right? We buy jerseys based on emotion. We go to games based on emotion. Bro. Everything. We cheer, we boo. Everything about it is based on emotion. And then you're telling the players.
Could you imagine if we didn't care? They wouldn't sell tickets, bro.
They wouldn't sell tickets. It wouldn't be as big as it is. So it's like you're a league that profits off of emotion, and then you're asking your players to like be robots. And like, oh, act like you've been there, but I haven't. I haven't been 4th and 1 at the goal line on a game that could potentially get me into the playoffs or whatever that is. Like, right. No, that's new. Like, and like you said, I've been working my whole life. This play could make or break my career, make or break my contract, make or break. Like, the idea that you can't show emotion there, I hate it, dude. Because again, this is such an emotional. Sports is emotional, bro. What's the Colin Cowherd has that great line? Like, nothing makes smart guys really stupid. Like pretty women in sports. And it's so fucking true, bro. We lose all rationale when it comes to sports. We're so unreasonable, right? When it comes to sports, like, and so to think that like the thing that drives their profits, they're not allowing on their, like, I don't know, man. That whole I love the shit talk, dude. Aaron Rodgers, the whole belt thing that he does, all the time,
discount double check,
shit. That shit is hilarious and it's fun, dude. When Ocho Cinco, I would want him to score just to see what he was gonna do.
Yeah,
right. Like, or Odell, or like, as much as like some of those guys, you go, I don't want them on my team because thing, but I do want the emotion. I want the celebration. I want the passion, because I'm exhibiting that as I'm watching you, right? I'm fucking jumping. I'm screaming. I'm whatever. Like, I don't want you to be like, oh, hand the ball back to the ref and walk off. Like, nah, bro.
And I also think it depends on who the player is, right? So you got Aaron Rodgers, who's former league. Oh, and actually, he is the reigning league MVP, right?
Yep.
This guy gets he gets nothing for doing shit like that, for taunting. And then you have this other guy, Cassius Marsh, who is not a household name. I don't even know who the hell I didn't know who he was until then, right?
Yeah.
But he's not. It's not racial, because both Aaron Rodgers and Cassius are both white guys. So it wasn't that. It wasn't even Cassius did this before he sort of looked at the Steelers bench. He does this roundhouse kick, and I thought that would be what he got flagged for. But then when they interviewed the referee afterwards, he goes, "No, he went running towards the Steelers bench, which he did not. Like that didn't happen.
If he fights them or something, or goes up to
anything,
them and points in their face,
and yeah,
okay, maybe I'd be like, all right, I don't want you to instigate
but a stare
fight.
down, bro. Come on, man.
Like even now, like when they're on their way to score, you're not allowed to turn around. Like and look at, like if you break out on a big run, you're not allowed to turn around. It's like it's a taunting, and you don't get the touchdown.
Wow,
it's crazy.
Where do they put the ball when you? At the spot of the foul?
At the spot of the foul. And then even in college, it drives me nuts because I go, okay, so you're asking an 18-year-old kid who just scored a play in front of 100,000 people, right? Like if you're an 18-year-old kid who plays at Michigan and your whole life you want to play at Michigan and you break out on a long run and you look back and then you score and you show some emotion and you get flagged and I think in college, if I'm not mistaken, man, even if you score, if you get an unsportsmanlike conduct for taunting or for celebrating, I think they call the touchdown back.
Yeah.
So again, you're asking an 18-year-old kid, hey, don't be happy you scored, motherfucker. Like, go, like, it's just crazy to me, man. That like we would ask that of I don't know, just
they don't know about Barry Sanders.
Nah,
that guy was special.
Yeah, he was like him. Hand the ball off. Like Jerry Rice, just hand the ball back to the ref, bro. You're gonna be there again in a few plays. Like, just go back, but. Yeah, man, I hate the rule so much. And I was liking last year and the year before where they were letting you do team celebrations and you seen everyone was coming up with like dances and doing stuff. I'm like,
but they're still doing that though.
Yeah, so you can do that.
So you can do the team celebrations.
But you can't taunt.
But
and that's subjective because what's a taunt?
That's it right there.
Can I taunt as a team? As a team, can I do a dance directed towards the other
team? Dude, when I see the defense make interceptions or fumble recoveries and they all run to the end zone and do like row your boat, like, I don't know. I could look at that as a taunt.
I would think so.
Right?
Yeah. But it's subjective, man. Don't do it by yourself. Just make sure you do it with somebody else.
Yeah, it's bullshit, man. They need to take that out of the referee's hands.
That guy needs to be demoted, bro. You know what? He should have to referee women's soccer for the rest of his career. Whoever that guy. Not even Team USA.
I was going to say, I think Rapinoe will have something to say about that.
So it's okay. She can't afford to fly to come through.
Dude, but speaking of Aaron Rodgers, man, he came out this week and he had the whole thing where he lied about being vaccinated.
Yeah.
What's your thought on that, man? So he came out and he basically said like, I'm immunized. I was immunized. But then he went on, which is basically a synonym for vaccinated. But then he went on to say like, well, the other guys on the team haven't been vaccinated. I don't judge them. So he, because afterwards
he was misleading. He made it sound like
it was very misleading, and he was purposely misleading,
of course,
right? And did anything come out of that?
So he it's funny, man, because I remember when it first happened, I thought it was an interesting choice of words because he was asked outright, "Have you been vaccinated?" And he goes, "I've been immunized." And you go, "Huh?" Like. Strange, but no one pressed him on it.
Right.
It was like, all right, cool. And like you said, he's like, oh, there are people who haven't been. So I think that statement right there, you go, all right, bro, but you haven't either. So, like, you didn't go other players haven't been immunized. You went other players haven't been vaccinated. So you chose your words really carefully in one scenario, not the other. I think that's what I kind of have a problem with there because now you're throwing your team under the bus or the guys on your team. So, like, I feel like it's he is and he isn't. He's almost like, oh, they haven't been, but, I don't judge them. But it's like, you haven't been either, bro. Like, you can't. Like, in this case, I'm going, just be Kyrie, bro. Just be anti-vax. Just be like, I don't want to get it.
Right, I don't want to get it.
I don't want to get it.
And then you have to just go through different protocol.
Yeah, which is fine. Like, I'm like, just do that.
I don't even care that he didn't get it, bro.
I don't fuck,
yeah,
like,
just,
that's your choice.
Why?
Like, yeah.
And again, like, I always look at quarterbacks as, they're not the CEOs, but they're like
the COO maybe. Or,
yeah, right. Yeah. Like it's if the head coach is the CEO, then this guy, like I say, is like the COO of the football team. There's a certain level of responsibility that those guys have, and with this dude, man, and then he went on to say like. Oh, like he spoke to Joe Rogan. When did he throw that out there? Poor Joe Rogan, man. Yeah, I'm a big Joe Rogan supporter, and Joe Rogan will tell you
don't get
flat out. He'll be like, Listen, I'm a fucking moron.
Don't
Don't listen to me.
advice from Joe Rogan.
But listen, like Joe Rogan's, if they're friends, Joe Rogan's no different than you and I, right?
Yeah.
If you go, yo man, I took, and I'll just use ivermectin because it's always a hot topic, right?
Yeah.
If you go, I use ivermectin and that shit worked for me, and you're my buddy, I believe you,
Yeah,
bro.
you're gonna go,
Why wouldn't I try that?
Of course.
Or if I use this suite of not drugs, but this suite of what word am I looking for? Like
the cocktail of like
cocktails,
anti whatever antibodies.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I use a suite of antibodies and it really worked for me, and I didn't use I didn't want to get the vaccine because the ingredients, I was allergic to a couple of the ingredients, whatever. And this is what I used instead because my buddy told me that worked. Man, like, why wouldn't I use that? I love it, man. But even Joe Rogan's taking heat for this shit.
Yeah, you know what, and I hate it, man, because I saw a lot of myself in this. The problem I had with Aaron was that he got caught trying to be misleading, right?
Yep.
And Aaron is known to be obviously super smart guy, right? Super high IQ, but he's also super arrogant and condescending because of that, right? And so he got caught, and instead of going like, yeah, you know what, I use immunize for a reason. Like, I'm sorry if I misled you guys, like, my bad, but no, I'm not vaccinated. It wasn't right for me or whatever. Like, and just move on, bro. You don't even have to give me details as to why. I just didn't want to get vaccinated, right? Instead, bro, he goes on his 46-minute rant of being condescending,
I missed it. What do you say?
Oh, bro, he goes off on that Pat McAfee podcast where he's just like, for 46 minutes, he's like, I did all my research. I submitted 500 pages of documentation to the NFL of showing them of whatever he did of trying to get it approved, and they didn't. He goes, I'm a critical thinker. And I was like, and you're saying that the people who did get vaccinated are critical thinkers, or the fucking thousands of doctors who worked on this, that like you're smarter than those guys? Like, that's what you're saying. I go, listen, if you're anti-vax, like, you're allowed to be anti-vax. That's fine. Don't be critical, I think, he came off as like, I'm smarter than you, and I didn't do it. And that was like the problem I had, because it's like, he does this shit all the time. It's like, instead of taking responsibility for getting caught, and I do this, so this is why I hated it. Like, you basically try to and go like, you dumbasses don't understand me. You know what I mean? Like, and then he just comes off so arrogant. And I go, this is why he doesn't. I feel like this is why the Packers want him out. I feel like moments like these, Aaron Rodgers doesn't work in a Green Bay, Wisconsin.
And that's what I'm thinking. So now after hearing this shit for the last week, I'm going back to when he had the rift with management and stuff, and the contract and all of that, and the drafting of Jordan Love and whatever. Yo, maybe they're tired of his shit.
Yeah.
But the fucker wins.
But he wins, so you have to suck it up, right? So he gets the pass, right? Because we're all willing to put up with a little bit.
Yep, he gets the pass, man. Whoever's mad, if you were a Packer fan and you were mad at them this week and next week, especially after that performance by Jordan Love,
that kid's not an NFL quarterback, not a starter anyway. And after that, you're going, Aaron, do whatever the fuck you want, bro, but just come over here, because he's clearly. And I saw they got fined right before we came on air. Like, they fined the Packers $300K for failures to follow the protocols for the people who aren't vaccinated. Aaron got fined like $14,000. Bro, the $14,000 is 1/10 of 1% of his sign-on bonus for this year.
Yeah,
it doesn't even fucking matter, bro. It was like a $14,000.
That's like us paying like $1.
Yeah, bro. He's like, I'm gonna drop that shit off on a wheelbarrow and pennies just to fuck with y'all. Like, it's just, it doesn't phase him. So I'm like, the fine is meaningless. And to me, again, I go, maybe this is, dude, Green Bay, Wisconsin. You think of the population of the kind of people that live there, and then you throw in somebody like Aaron Rodgers, who probably struts his shit around like he's better than everybody around him, because because of the high IQ, and like, I to your point, I think they're probably just sick of him. They're like, yo, we gotta get this guy out of here, but he wins, so we're gonna look like assholes. But like, for the sake of not having to deal with him, or maybe because you gotta figure. Everyone in the locker room had to know that this was going on.
You would think. You
would, right? Like, and the other problem that I have is, like, if you don't get vaccinated, like, that's a health thing. You can easily tell the media, I don't want to disclose my status. And they can't press you on it, dude. It's a health thing. Like, I'm following the protocols. Like, that's an easy response. I don't want to answer your question about my vaccination status. I am following the league's protocols or whatever, and I'm making sure I'm doing what's like, whatever I can to keep my team and my family, whoever's safe. Like, that's it. End the story, bro. And keep it moving. Like, But instead, chooses to use this like fucking misleading ass word or try to sort of like I guess throw you off. It's hilarious to me that no one pressed him on it. Like, I mean, like, are you vaccinated? Like,
Right.
Because why would you not go? Yeah, right. Like you go, oh, I've been immunized. It's like, all right, man. Like,
But then, like I said, his follow up statement to that was, yeah, a lot of guys haven't been vaccinated, but I don't judge them. You know, so it was very misleading. I'm gonna tell you, his punishment should be he has to go on a Manning cast every week for the rest of the year.
try to win after the Manning.
For those of you who have not watched this thing, it is really entertaining.
It's so good, man.
Is it Sunday night or Monday night?
Monday night.
Monday Night Football.
So good.
ESPN does on ESPN2. They do. It's the two Manning brothers, Eli and Peyton. They host like this show during the game where they bring on certain guests. Where they bring on NFL players. I know you've seen this, and it's real again.
I love it, bro.
Yeah.
I don't watch Monday Night Football any other way.
It's really entertaining.
Theirs is
man.
on. I don't watch the regular stream. Yeah.
But it has become like the new Madden curse, where it's like whoever they have on the week will lose the next week, and they've had on like Travis Kelce from KC. They had Russell Wilson, Gronkowski, Matthew Stafford, Tom Brady, and then the latest victim is Josh Allen, who just lost to the Jaguars, bro.
Jaguars. That's
Which is like, if for those of you who don't watch football, it's like, it's almost taking like the bottom of the barrel against the one of the elite teams.
yeah. They're like top 2-3 elite team and the
Yeah, but in the NFL,
yeah.
right?
The,
I mean,
the
you
Bills are-
definitely say top 5,
yes, the Bills. Yeah, definitely.
and the Jaguars might be the worst team in the league.
No, they are. Yeah, they definitely are.
And then they lose on this like really obscure score of like 9-6. So I think that should be Aaron Rodgers' punishment for the rest of the year. He has to go on a Manning cast every week.
Every week, bro. You got it's. Dude, I love it. Have you seen? And you seen they're trying to cancel Eli for flipping the bird on
No,
something.
no, what did he
dude,
do?
He flicked off the camera and he goes like, "You guys will blur that, right?" And he does it on the show. Like, I forget what the context was, but it was hilarious.
Was he flipping off like his brother?
He was talking about fans from Philadelphia, and he goes, "Yo, the kids in Philadelphia will flip you the bird," and he does it, and he tells a story about like kids in Philly flicking him off,
Yep.
and he does it, and then like there was complaints submitted to the FCC, and they wanted him off the show. I'm like, you want a Manning off the Manning cast? And I go, fuck it. If you do that, does HBO or somebody pick you up? Like, yeah, we'll take you.
Yep.
Amazon Prime. Like, oh yeah, we'll get you off of network television. Like, come over here. Like,
Absolutely.
I love their
They'll put him
cast,
on
man.
they'll put him on the Thursday night games.
Yes, dude. I'm like, I don't watch, if they're on, I don't watch the regular broadcast of Monday Night Football anymore. Like, I think they're hilarious, and I didn't think I would find Eli good at all. But the fact that they have those guests,
Yep.
the fact that I feel smarter about football because they see plays, it's like the Romo effect, where they call a play before they see it, or they tell you why they're doing what they're doing, or the coverages that they call. Like, you forget how good these guys are. Where like even Eli has shocked me. Where he'll be like, "Oh, these guys are gonna they're gonna go into this and this and this and this because of XYZ," and then they do it, and you're like, "Oh fuck!" Like, and then it just makes you wonder. Okay, so you guys all know what's coming. It's
Right.
just a matter of can you beat it? Like.
Right.
Yeah, like everybody knows what's coming, because these guys
That's
are so
funny,
good at
man.
calling
That's
that.
so
dude.
true.
It's like, okay, you guys can't be unique in that. That means everybody knows what's coming, and then it goes like, all right, our players are just gonna go up against your play. Let's see who makes that play or
Yeah.
whatever. But I love it, bro. That whole thing. But dude, if you're a player, are you going on right now? Like, do you think that's a real like concern? Like Madden, like. Because the Madden thing, I don't know of anyone who turned down the cover, but I'm sure someone had to.
I was gonna say I don't know that anybody that ever turned it down because it was always an elite player.
Yeah. Dude, I remember having Titans players on that cover going, "Fuck."
We're gonna suck this year too.
It was always your best player, right? Like they did. I forget they did Eddie George one year. They did Vince Young. I don't know how the fuck he got on the cover. of that, but
Yeah,
he got
Vince
him.
Young?
Yeah, Vince Young was on the cover. Man,
Did they ever have McNair?
I think he had the. Did he share one?
Oh, when McNair and Eddie George played at the same time.
Yeah, so I think they picked Eddie George, but there might have been a special McNair one with Ray. No, it was Ray Lewis. It was Ray Lewis. No, it was yeah. I don't think McNair ever made it on the cover. It was it was Eddie George, and then it was Vince Young. I feel like I'm missing one, man. There might have been one more. But yeah, dude, do you turn that down as a player? And then do you turn down the Manning cast now?
Maybe, and especially as the season goes on. So I saw that they only have a contract to do it 10 times.
Oh, the
So
Manning casting?
Yeah, so
Oh.
they've done what, 5 or 6 times so far,
Okay.
and I think so they skipped this week, and
Okay.
then but I believe they're on next week.
So do you know what's funny, man? I was actually surprised that they were getting current players like on it.
Oh yeah,
Like, yeah, because you get them to talk about, like, you know, stuff like where they're talking about game prep or whatever. And I was shocked when, like, Travis Kelce, I saw when Brady was on. I was like, oh, wow, like, I can't believe they're actually getting current players off of a game to do it. Like, even they had Nick Saban on one week. And I was
Oh, really?
like, did he lose, bro? Did Nick Saban lose that? Because they lost one. Was it right after the Manning cast?
I don't know.
No. He slapped. No. It was they played Ole Miss because Eli went to Ole Miss, and I remember them talking shit about it. And then Alabama beat the brakes off of Ole Miss. so Nick Saban might be the one
You
who
probably go back to the locker room like, you fuckers better not lose.
everybody cut. Y'all going to math tomorrow if you lose to Ole Miss. You doing schoolwork tomorrow on your own dime. Okay. And you gotta pay for it, bro. Oh shit, man.
Yo,
Suck.
did you see? I gotta take you up with this story, man. This Massachusetts surgeon was fined $5,000 for missing surgery.
He just didn't show up.
He didn't show up.
What kind of surgeon?
I don't know,
Okay.
but essentially he was working like really long shifts. So apparently the guy had like some sort of sleep deprivation, and decided. So yeah, he had this break. The surgery was at like 10 p.m. and he had a break, and he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna go out to my car. I'm gonna eat a sandwich." Dude didn't come back till the next morning.
He fell asleep in the car.
He fell asleep in the car. But dude, they were talking about like.
What's this guy's name?
Good question. I don't even think I have it. It doesn't matter.
Paging Dr. Smith. And this dude's out. In his...
Yeah, he was out. They made him, so they fined him like $5,000, which, you know, for a doctor, whatever, man, it's like probably a couple of days' pay. But he also had to complete professional development courses.
What are you teaching him?
I don't know.
Don't fall asleep.
Don't fall asleep. Don't be sleep deprived.
How you get fined?
Dude, I think it was the hospital that fined him.
5 G's, bro. I mean, depending on the kind of surgeon you are, 5 G's is like, man.
I was gonna say, I think if you're a surgeon, period, that's not.
Yeah, you're right.
It's,
yeah,
you
there's
know,
not a whole lot of surgeons that
yeah.
are making like $300-400K a year. So 5 G's is like, all right, bro.
It's probably equivalent to more than what Aaron Rodgers got fined. His $14,000.
You might be right. It's probably a day's worth of work for that guy.
Yeah.
Maybe a day.
Yeah.
5 G's. You're like, yeah, all right.
I'm
I'll be
like,
like,
yeah.
worth it. The nap was awesome.
I ain't never slept so good.
I know. See, yeah. Is it a $5,000 nap, bro? It might be, bro. You never know, man.
He got a whole night's sleep over that.
He got a whole night's sleep.
But they were talking about like in the article, it was like that sleep deprivation is like this real thing. And they go the top 5 states where Americans report getting less than 7 hours sleep is Ohio, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Hawaii.
How is it all the shitty states, with the exception of
Hawaii.
I mean, they got a shitty economy and all, so I could see why those people lose sleep. But like,
But they said all of them, I think except Hawaii, all rank high in diabetes and obesity.
kind of makes. I mean, there's nothing else to do, bro. In Kentucky,
Let me go back to that.
West Virginia,
Ohio, Tennessee,
yeah.
Kentucky, West Virginia. And we'll leave Hawaii out of it because
Yeah, leave Hawaii, 'cause
because
that's
actually Hawaii did not test high for obesity and diabetes.
No, man. Like, yeah, I was gonna say Hawaii is more because they're so out in the middle of nowhere that like everything's expensive. Their economy, their job market sucks. Like, they're going through their own shit. They just happen to really benefit off of tourism. But Kentucky, West Virginia, I could see Ohio too. Like, yeah, Yeah, I'd be sad if I lived. I'd just be eating too. I mean, how do I die faster?
Do I live in Cleveland?
Yeah, I got to keep living here. Pass the hoagies, bro. Do you put mayonnaise on a Twinkie? How does this work? It's just like, it's so bad, bro. That would suck, bro. Fuck, man. You know anybody from West Virginia?
No.
It's interesting, right? Because you would think you'd meet a lot of people from West Virginia because they got the fuck
they try to
out
get
of
out.
West Virginia, bro. But
Nope.
You don't.
The cast from Wrong Turn. Yeah, no, man. That's funny, man. I don't know anybody from West Virginia.
It's so weird to me that these states, I go, how
and they have, they got West Virginia University there, right?
Yeah, I mean.
So, you got to figure some folks get out of there.
They had the coach that would be wearing sweatpants everywhere. Remember the
No, man, they had the dude, Rich Rodriguez for a while, remember?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
I was thinking
dude.
of the dude, Huggins. Is it Huggins from the basketball team? This dude would be wearing sweatpants, like, and not even like nice sweatpants. Like he was wearing sweatpants, like you know, like the jerseys makes, like those generic. It was ugly, bro. I don't know. Anyway, what's in West Virginia, bro? Like if you're going to West Virginia, what's the must-see thing in West Virginia?
Nothing.
Hit us up. Somebody in West Virginia, bro.
Yeah,
Maybe
nothing.
I'm like,
You may have to apologize to Alabama and switch to West Virginia as the worst state.
yo, listen, they neck and neck, bro. They fighting. West Virginia might have more teeth.
I don't know, bro.
Ooh, you might be right, bro. With more meth heads in Alabama or West Virginia? Probably West Virginia. Right? Definitely. Yeah. The people in
You
Alabama
just don't hear about them.
Nah, because people in Alabama can't figure out how to cook meth. That's a smart man's game, bro. They importing their meth.
Listen, man. I checked the stats, and we only got like 2 listeners in Alabama.
We not worried about that market.
This is your fault.
This is my fault. I gotta stop fucking with Alabama. You guys got a good college football team. That's the best compliment I can pay that. A lot of open land. Dude, did you see the shit with Leonardo DiCaprio and Jeff Bezos?
I saw a headline.
Oh, I was fucking dying, bro.
What they talking about?
So obviously they were at some event, and then Jeff Bezos' girlfriend, I think they're married. I think it's his girlfriend.
I think he doesn't. Yeah, they're not married. He learned his lesson.
Yeah, he learned his lesson. This is the chick that he left his wife for, right? This is the.
Did he? Did he leave her for?
Yeah, for this girl.
Okay.
I think this is the weather chick or whatever. I don't know the new shit.
don't know.
Anyway, Leonardo DiCaprio's like at some event or whatever, and she looks, bro. She's like undressing homie with her eyes, like she's like you would look at Leonardo DiCaprio. You know what I mean? Like if he walked into this room, I'm gonna be like, bruh. You want me to bust it open now, or you want to wait? Bro, but she's like grilling this dude, like
really?
Googly eyed, just all into it, bro. Like, and
Jeff Bezos is like 5'8".
Yeah, he's not a good looking guy.
No. But I'm just saying. And then the picture that I saw had DiCaprio like towering over both of them.
like 5'10", and he looks way taller than
He looks way taller. And that was the picture that I saw, was like her like really close to him and like looking up, kind of like starry eyed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
She's completely gone, bro. Yeah. She's gone. She's gone.
So what did Jeff Bezos do, man? Because you're like probably the second most richest person in the world,
yeah. You ain't
on the planet?
Bro, ain't none of us got a shot, bro. All of us getting cheated on. It doesn't matter, bro. If this chick, matter of fact, bro, if I'm Jeff Bezos, I'd have been like, just go. I'll meet you home later. Like, it's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Don't come back.
Don't.
I got about 10 more lined up, just like you.
You right. If you're Jeff Bezos, like I get a line of them. Yeah, but I'd be like, nah. Like Leo looked like a gentle lover. Like he not gonna break her. I mean, bring her back, bro. Bro, I like the fact that Jeff had a sense of humor about that shit, though. Did you see the picture?
No.
Bro, so he puts an old picture of him on vacation, and he's like, I guess by this cliff, and he's posing in front of this sign. And the sign says, danger, steep cliff, fatal drop. But then he like tweets it, and then he goes, Leo, come over here. I want to show you something. And he tags Leo. sound like the dude had a sense of humor.
That's dope.
About it. It's
That's
dope,
dope.
bro.
That's dope.
It's dope. And I'm like, as you should. If Leo approaches your girl, that's his girl now. Like, bro, just hand her off, bro, and just be thankful for the time you had. That shit was hilarious.
You right though, man. Like there's like certain dudes like in Hollywood where you say like Leo, maybe like a Brad Pitt.
Yo, Bradley Cooper,
right?
Yeah.
Where you go like
take her, bro.
Yeah.
When you'll give her back. Trust me.
Yeah. Just, bro, just have back by midnight.
Yeah. Like I'm not worried about Bradley Cooper keeping her.
You turn into the dad.
Yeah.
Instead of the husband.
Make sure you have her back. Feed her before you drop her. Bro. Yeah, there's just certain people where you just kind of accept it, bro. There's got to be. I was trying to think of the women who women should be like, all right, yeah, that's a free pass for. Like, there's got to be women in that conversation too, right? Like, is there a woman equivalent to Leonardo DiCaprio or like a Bradley Cooper or a Brad Pitt, where you just go, if they walk in and they want your man, that's their man now. Like, bro, I couldn't think of like.
Yeah, I can't think of one, but yeah, I'm sure there's
got to be some out there. I'm sure, but for women, their list will be different than ours.
Yep. Her eyes look funny.
Yeah.
Ew, you like that?
They'll try to hook you up. They'll be like, they'll try to hook you up with the ugly ones. They'll be like,
but she's nice.
They'll be like, Precious funny. I don't want Precious. Bro, it'd be like Lizzo got a couple good songs out. I'm not with it for the song, bro. Be like, nope.
Yo, when you said Precious, man, I got this immediate like vision in my head of I remember a girl named Precious, and she looked just like the one.
Of course she did, bro. They're never precious. Never, bro. It's like I've never met a pretty girl named after a car that's pretty. Like Porsche or Mercedes or thing. I'm like, nah. Like, I'll take the car.
Like, no, you was a Yugo.
Should have named you Datsun. Saturn, bitch.
Oh shit! I know we going over on time, man. I'm gonna hit you up with this one last one, man.
Do it.
Or at least my last one.
Do it.
There was a fertility clinic mix-up, and these two couples basically they went to the same fertility clinic, and the embryos got implanted in the wrong woman.
So the whole egg came from another woman who was at
Another egg, another sperm,
and the sperm. Oh, both.
So essentially, they were both like surrogate, like carriers.
And how long after did she find out? I lost my whole train of thought. How long after did she find out?
Months. So it was 3 months.
So
3 months.
So the return policy is still there. You're not attached to that kid yet,
dude. The one guy was like, so they both couples are suing.
Okay.
One set of couple decided to remain anonymous, but the other ones, the guy was like, I knew it was wrong because baby came out too dark. He was like, when I seen it, I like backed up into the wall. What's that Sanford and Son shit where he's like, I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm holding his heart. I'm coming.
I'm just picturing this like super white, like fluorescent couple, and baby look like Seal. And he like, I think that might have been a mix-up. The batter was too strong.
They be like, your shit wasn't working. We use somebody else's.
Oh, dude, let me ask you something though. If you're one of these couples and you've had trouble getting pregnant, right? and you just want a child, like you're like, yo, I'm willing to adopt, I'm willing to do whatever. Do you care as long as the embryo works?
Well, the thing with this one was through the research, they found out that theirs did work on somebody else.
Oh.
So the other couple has their kid.
Now, does she have a kid too?
They have the other couple's kid.
Can they trade?
Yeah, they did.
They did?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, that's kind of dope.
No, but it was just like, because now it went to like, like
weird,
we didn't, we kind of felt like this wasn't our kid, but in the 3 months time span, we became attached to the kid, and so that whole thing. And I think that I know that the couples are actually sort of trying to stay close so that they can still be involved in the kids' lives and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool, right?
It's a good perspective to have.
Yeah, but part of the lawsuit is like, we're scarred because we had to tell like our daughter that's not her sister. Really, this one, there's now this other new kid is actually your sister. So I mean, I thought it was a little petty too, but dude, you gotta figure some of that shit is gonna happen. It shouldn't. But when you start fucking around with nature, bro, like that's not normal.
And bro, it's humans, bro. Like you ask someone to put the tube and label it and put it in the right spot and yada yada. But at the end of the day, you asking a person to do that shit. Like, and everybody isn't good at their job, bro. And even if you are, you're not batting 100. Like, if you do that 1,000 times and you fuck one up,
it's pretty good odds.
It's pretty good odds, yeah, man. Your rate's pretty spot on, man. Like, it's unfortunate for the one person that gets the shitty one, but like, you figure that place, bro. You've probably done thousands of these. Maybe this is the first time this has happened.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, it's just
apparently they did like part of the process is like outsourced to another company, which the other company has had other incidents.
Sounds bad already. Outsourcing embryo work, bro. I feel like that might be part of the criteria. I'd be like, yo, I want y'all no subcontracting embryo shit, bro.
Listen, Susie got my specimen. I need Susie to put it in the petri dish.
Yeah, who gonna do the turkey baster part? Like, y'all gotta be on your P's and Q's, bro. And I don't want people who have responsibility for all the employees to make that. I don't want subcontractors. Like, I can't hold you accountable for I guess I can, but you don't know that they have the same standards as the place you practice.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's wild, bro.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, what, how would you feel about that? Right? Like, if you had the kid for 3 months, but all along you felt like this wasn't yours, and then you find out, like, you have to go get your kid, right?
Yeah, I guess it's tough, man, because it depends on the kid, right? Like, for example, my son was colicky at 2. So if somebody told me at 2 or 3 months he wasn't mine and I could just give him back, I probably would have. This kid wouldn't shut the fuck up for 3-4 months, bro.
Like, I knew he wasn't mine.
Yeah. Somebody would have approached me at that point in time, bro. I'd have been like, "Ooh, thank God." Like, I knew this kid couldn't be mine.
I missed that little fucker, but I'm glad he's gone.
Bro, I would have been. Oh yeah, so it depends when you catch me, bro.
That's dope, man. You got anything else, bro?
Nah, man.
All right, man. Tell them where they can find us.
Shit, man. If you guys are not following us already on IG, on Facebook, at the Carbon Footprint Podcast, TikTok is at Carbon Footprint Podcast, YouTube at the Carbon Footprint Podcast YouTube channel. Follow us on there, and then on your, pretty much everywhere where you can find podcasts or music, man. Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, all of it, man. If there's a platform for it, audio, we're on it, man. Geo7, Ghana, yeah, all of it. So there's a bunch of on Podchaser. There's a bunch on there I've never heard of that we're on just because somebody uses it. So yeah,
awesome. And as always, guys, we appreciate you. This week, man, I got some feedback, and I did not tell you. I got some feedback from some family at the wedding.
Oh, cool.
That was like, dude, like, I haven't seen a new episode, and just folks that I didn't know were listening. And just telling me that, yo, listen to you guys on the way to work, like, you guys are hilarious and you keep me fucking laughing, like, back and forth to work. And So that's really cool,
dope.
man. And like I always say at the end of this, man, and I really mean it, we appreciate you guys.
For real.
Keep listening. Let us know, if we fucking up or if we give you guys laughs or you like the drinks or whatever it is. Let us know. Hit us up on IG. We will respond. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love you guys. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.